Yo, what up, y'all? We back. Another episode, season 2 of The Lot, man. Before we get started, man, I need y'all to like, share, sub, follow, hit that bell so y'all know when we go live, man. Most importantly, man, I need y'all to do this one thing for me. I need y'all to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a motherfucking friend to pull up, because we in The Lot with another episode for season 2. Today, got a fly in, man. Been waiting for this, and we got us a fly in from the MIA, you know, coming to visit the Shy, you know. Stopped in, pulled up on us at The Lot. So, man, today I got here with me Domcee, man. What's going on, brother?
I'm
chilling, man. How you be? Yes, sir. Well, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Thank you for having me.
Man, Joe. So, for the people that don't know you, Dom, man, the people that live under a rock, like my boy Justo say, man, tell them what it is that you do, man, and where you from.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I live out in Miami. I'm an audio engineer. You know, I do a little bit of my own music on the side, but audio engineering, music producing, that's where I'm at.
Okay. So talk to us a little bit about the audio engineering, because I've seen that you have some nice names from your profile. So I want you to talk to us before we get into the names that you did some work with. I want to talk to a little bit about audio engineering. Talk to us about it. For the people that don't know what audio engineering is, get them a little game on it.
Yeah, so audio engineering, we're basically the glue. You got your beat maker, they put all the sounds together. You got your artist, they're the ones who sit there and they put the lyrics together. And I'm the one that says, bam, bam, wazam, and then boom, you got a song. I'm the one that blends everything together, makes it sound cohesive. Mm-hmm. And, you know, in the recording process, if I got a little extra input to give out to help make it better, then, you feel me, we're going to make a great track.
Okay, all right. So how long you been doing that?
Engineering, shit, since I started, bro. I ain't had no money for a studio. I had to make that shit happen, so you feel me? I, you know, that shit was, what, 2010?
I'm like, okay, so 12 years. All right, that's dope, man. So, man, I got a lot of questions, man, because, like, you done been through a lot of shit. Like, in 12 years, like, I'm knowing there's a lot of highs and a lot of lows. A lot of game, a lot of shit you didn't learn.
Yeah.
So shit, I mean, since we on it, I want to start a little early. Like, give me one of the highs, like that being an audio engineer that you had over a 12-year career.
Working with a household name.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't gonna put the names out there. I'm gonna let you do
I ain't gonna
it.
ask that. All right, well, talk to me about one of those lows. You feel me? Like you know, one of the challenges. I wouldn't even really say a low. Talk to me about one of the challenges you faced. You know, being in 12 years that. You know, that made an impact on you that you're like, damn, like I remember this one.
Shit, man. Honestly, being willing to sacrifice to make it happen, you feel me? You gotta sacrifice your sleep, you gotta sacrifice family time, you gotta sacrifice fun, shit, even a personal life. But you know what? All that is gonna pay back tenfold by the time that it comes back around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that 100%. All right. So what's something that got you into audio engineering? I know you said you've been doing it for a while. Like, what was the inspiration behind that?
Not having money.
Not having money. So you like, fuck it, I'm finna get it here.
Yeah. When I first got into music, like, I was artist first, and then I only picked up engineering because of the fact that, like, I ain't have no money. So I was like, fuck it. I don't know nobody else with no studio shit, so let me just figure out myself. Caught myself a free software, got myself a cheap ass mic, little computer. Well, alright, cool, we in there. Next thing you know, that shit built up to working with friends. Like, oh, I got a studio, and then they tell their friends, and then, you know, shit just kept building from there.
So you built your own studio?
Yeah.
Oh man, so talk to me about that. Like, like what was that like?
So I didn't do the construction of it, but in my basement I had this room which was you know, like old ass like World War II like safe room type shit, like concrete and dirt and shit. That shit was filled with garbage. I looked at it, I was like, bro, this would be perfect. Clean all that shit out. Now, when I tell you filled with garbage, like to the ceiling. Yeah. Like the entire room. Yeah. Cleaned all that shit out, fucking laid down some carpet, put some bed foam up on the wall, some cork tiles on the ceiling, and, you know, put my desk in there, put the mic in there, got like a fucking ISO filter and shit, and yo, that became the dungeon. Yeah,
that's the construction right there though. Everything you just said was construction, putting it together. Yeah. How was that feeling? Like, you know, cause I did something similar, like building a lot, so like, what did that feel like from when you started it to like see it grow and then seeing where it's at now?
That's amazing, bro. I mean, think about it, I'm fucking 14 years old and I got my own studio, you know what I mean? Like, Yeah, ain't no better feeling than that.
Yeah, you like, how many kids got this shit? I'm 14. How many 14-year-olds you know got this at the time? That's hard. That's dope. Because I know building a lot, for me, like, this is my second lot. Okay. So my first one, it was like a pitch black room. I'm like, nah, I want the room to be all fucking black, like dark. So it was all black. I had LED lights all through the room and shit. Okay. I put my logo at the top, you know, loyalty over treason.
Right.
But the feeling when I sat down after constructing that shit, because at first I'm like, I want to start a pod. And then like, I just had microphone and streaming shit. So I was like, how do I do this? But then my girl came along and shit. She was like, let's paint the room. I was like, you really gonna help me paint it? And we just sat there for 2 days. It took us 2 days. Painted the whole room, set the lights up, and when I sat in there, I'm like, yo, like, this is shit. This is the lot. Like, this is what this is called. So we made the lot.
That's fine.
But that feeling was fun. It was still surreal now to this day to see where it came. Cause like shit, seeing my growth with it was like my little baby, and I just watched it grow and progress. And it's only been 2 years, and you got 12 years in it, man. So
yeah,
I can only imagine 12 years, like shit, what the lot could be like.
Oh man, look, you gonna be taking over the game.
Man, that's the plan. I'm trying to get in there and knock on a couple doors, man. Just let us in there.
Nah. 12 years, they gonna be knocking on your door like, hey, bro, come on, let us in. Let's in.
Man, though, that's the goal. That is definitely the vision. So. I do have to give a special shout out to the homie Melly.
Yeah.
So
shout out
Melly, you know, Melly made this connection. Shout out to Melly's Couch. If y'all haven't seen it, tap into Melly's Couch. But Melly made this connection, you know, introduced us. So talk to me a little bit about you and Melly's connection. How you and Melly meet?
Yeah, so I actually was informed, like I learned of her through my homie Irv Dean. And you know, he was just basically putting me down. He's like, yo, I got this homegirl. She, you know, she's into podcasting. She's into blogging. She's like real good with like the social media / like the back end stuff. The stuff that, you know, like on our end, we're more on the yo, let me put my hands on something and do something. She's like, let me put my hands on this over here. You know, like the things that we don't necessarily consider. She takes care of the business that people don't think about. You know what I mean? And yeah, because of that, like it you know, I was intrigued. I was like, damn, who's shorty? And then fucking eventually, you feel me? Like everybody, we had like a group ass meeting in Miami. We met up at the studio, and from there, you know, it was just like instant chemistry. Like she's like I vibe with people who work hard. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Because of that, like, it was just instant, like, whoop, it's easy.
That's all she wrote after that. See, and that's dope, because that's something me and Melly talk about all the time. She's probably the hardest worker I've ever seen. Her work ethic and consistency is crazy. I wake up and I see Melly posted, I'm working on this interview, I'm dropping it. So, very dope girl. I thought that was dope, and shout out to Melly for the connection. Appreciate it.
Melly.
So, Mix Masters.
Yes, sir.
Is that still something you currently doing?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. How long you been with Mix Masters?
Shit, since I moved to Miami, so I went to a program called Recording Connection. That's like my school shit that I went to. It was like more of a program, and that introduced me to the studio. And then after that, you know, worked my way into the studio. So that's been since 2018.
Okay. So being with Mix Masters, are you still just doing the audio thing there, audio engineering there, or is there something you recording there as well?
Oh yeah, no. So I've been in there, like I'll record, like I'll fuck around and cook up for motherfuckers. I'll record myself. You know, I was managing there and shit. You feel me? Like anything that they need, I take care of.
Oh, okay. All right, dope. So you got a variety of roles there. It ain't just like putting you in a box. You can stretch your legs a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay, that's hard. So you say you went through, what was the name of the school again?
Recording Connection.
Recording Connection. So how long did you have to go to school for?
It was a 9-month program. You get a little diploma out of it. But the reason why I chose that program over SAE or Full Sail was because they place you in a legit studio that's in the process of like being active in the environment.
Okay.
You know, you go to Full Sail, you go to SAE, but you're gonna be in a classroom environment, which is cool. But for me, the way I think about it is, I worry about job placement after you get out of school. Like, yeah, you can get the knowledge, but what's that gonna do for you if you can't get a job?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that was really my main focus, which is why I went with them.
Okay. All right, that's hard. All right, so I got some names on this list, right? I got some names. So Kodak Black was one of the artists that you did some work with. So talk to me a little bit about working with Kodak and how that was for you and how that experience was.
Look, working with Kodak is crazy, right? Because when I decided to move to Miami, right? This is 2017, 2018 where I was making that decision. That was about the time that XXX and Kodak were popping off, right? That's when the Florida scene started building. And that was really the main reason. Like, all right, cool. If these two gonna be the ones that take it off, I'm gonna slide down there. Like, yo, I'm trying to be a part of some shit, right? And then next thing you know, a couple years down the line, I get to work with Kodak. Yeah. So that's like a surreal moment for me to think, like, yo, like, not necessarily because of him, but because of what he was doing, helped me move down there, and then I was able to work with him.
And you manifested it.
Crazy.
Yeah, that manifestation. So the move of like the scene being popping there was like, fuck it, I'm finna go to Miami and like, get my foot in the door. That's so smart, man. And what was that like though? Because that's like, a lot of people be scared to take that risk. Because that's like, in a sense, it's a risk. Like I'm going out here and I'm betting on myself to get in here, keep doing my work. And, hopefully something good comes out of it. Shit, I don't know what's gonna come out of it because, I'm going. I'm trying to make something happen. So what that feeling was like?
I mean, like you said, that shit's scary, but you feel me? Like, if you don't believe in yourself enough to bet on yourself, then, you need some reevaluation to, take care of with yourself, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what, you can feel how you feel, but, like, at the end of the day, like, if you put a challenge up for yourself, take that bitch head on and... Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can cuss.
Oh, yeah, you can cuss. Oh, we good.
Take that bitch on! Fuck that shit up!
No. Yeah, you straight. Okay. So, 808 Mafia.
Yeah, so I worked with one of the artists that are signed to 808 Mafia. His name is Trace F. I worked with him at our sister studio called Rebel 11.
Okay.
So that shit was definitely a vibe to, be able to think about it. Like, you always hear 808 Mafia. You know what I mean? So to be able to, like, be tied in with a motherfucker that's, like, literally right-hand man to that shit is crazy. It's surreal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. That is real dope. So, you have an album. I don't know, is it an album or EP on Spotify? It's called the Domcee one?
I'm dropping small projects. I'm giving you bits and pieces, so I'll go more so as EP than album.
Okay, more so EP. Alright, so it's a couple tracks on here I wanted to touch on and that I like. Trouble with God. Talk to me a little bit about that track and talk to me about like your mindset when you was making that track.
Man, so Troubles with God was the first track that I ever released on social or on streaming, and that's me, my homie Kid Picasso, and then my homie Edwin Edso made the beat. And at that time we were just like really heavy on like listening to like weird music and seeing like how the vibe is, and then we just happened to come across that sample where a motherfucker was like, "Oh Lord, troubles with God," and we're like, grab that shit right now. You feel me? And then like we flipped that bitch into like a completely different way from like the original, and like recorded that shit on the spot. And for me, I just thought like, yo, perfect collaboration. Like my homie, like, this ain't some fucking shit I'm grabbing out of nowhere. Like, yo, we literally just crafted this shit. So put this bitch out there.
It's dope being able to work with your friends, you know what I'm saying? And then you create some magic like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I fuck with that song. I got another one. Still Up. I like that. And you said I've been down. You said I've been down, but now I'm up. Damn, what'd you say after? You said something after that, but I fucked with the bar. I got it wrote in parentheses. Talk to me a little bit about Still Up and how that one came about.
So message behind that one is just basically talking about like the life of pursuing something you want. You know what I mean? Is like, don't matter how you feel, don't matter if you're tired, it don't matter if you got any excuse in the world. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, you gotta grind so that way you can get yourself up. You know what I mean? You could be in whatever position you want to be if you allow yourself to get there. If you gonna sit there and hold yourself back, you ain't gonna make it nowhere. You know what I mean?
That's very true. That is very. We kind of touched on it earlier. You gotta sacrifice some of that sleep. You gotta sacrifice them partying nights. You gotta sacrifice that personal life to get to the goal of where you want to be. So I got Reach In. You said I'm not wasting time. I'm in my prime. No Amazon. Half man, half amazing. Probably because with these drugs that I'm on. Talk to me about Reach In. I fucked with that too. I like that. That was hard too.
Reach In was off of my first project, which is Can You See It? That was I told myself that my first streaming project that I was going to release on streaming, I wanted it to be done completely by me, right? So I made all the beats. I write, fucking recorded, mixed, mastered, everything, whatever, made the cover art. But yeah, with that one, like, you know, and one, I don't know, bro. In my generation, and one was heavy. So, you know, half man, half amazing, like, and then, you know, you think about that, like, don't do drugs. It's not good for you. But, you know, you tend to feel amazing, you know what I mean? So, like, at that time, it was a little bit of a rowdier stage for me. So, you know, just speaking on, like, how life was, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like half man, half amazing.
I look at that. And then you threw the and one bar in there too, though, with the well, in the sense of metaphor, right?
Yeah.
But if you know, you know. But if you don't know, you better find out.
Watch the tapes.
Go watch the tapes. And one was different. Get fucked up. They make you take your shirt off after you get crossed over. You gotta lose that jersey. Let us get that jersey.
You know?
Yeah. And one was a different time. That's dope. So I have. Wait, hold up. Look, I done lost my. Oh, right. So your vibe in the studio, right? So when you're in the stew, what's the vibe gotta be like? Do you gotta be in there by yourself? And it's probably a little different too, because you're about you being an audio engineer. Do you need other people in there with you, or is it like, you know, what's your vibe gotta be when you go in the studio to lay down a track?
I mean, it depends on the context of the situation. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a mixing situation, I more so want to be by myself because, like, I can experiment with stuff and I don't gotta have somebody in my ear be like, no, and I'm like, bruh, hold on, let me cook real quick. You know what I mean? As far as it goes to like recording or making a beat or something like that, like, I love having people in there, but it's got to be people who are invested into making the best work. You get what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm very much a person where if, like, say for example, I'm recording you, you're rapping right now, right? And you hitting a flow and shit, and I hear something where I'm like, oh shit, hold on. Do what you did, but do it like this. If that's gonna make it better, by all means, let's try it. And then if it doesn't work, fuck it, we tried it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly experimenting. You know what I mean? Trying to make it the best work that we can make it.
Even if you gotta tweak it a little bit, because
yeah,
those little small tweaks do help sometimes. Shit, they can make they make or break a person's sound.
I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. I'll fuck with that. So do you perform your songs at all?
As of recently, I haven't performed. But back in the day, yeah, I used to perform all the time.
All right, okay.
My favorite shit.
All right, I was gonna be able to ask. This was my next question then. So, do you like writing the music or making it, or do you like performing it better?
Oh, performing. Like, the craziest experience I ever had was performing a song and people reciting your lyrics back to you.
Yeah.
That's nuts to me because, you know, like, when you're creative, you're just creating. You're not thinking like, okay, cool, Jimmy down the block is about to rap my shit. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't thinking about that. You just like, yeah, you know, this is what I'm feeling right now. Boom, 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 boom. And then you go up there and you like, all right, cool, I got my people that support me. But then even then, it's like them and beyond them that they know the lyrics. You're like, how the fuck you know that shit? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
you definitely heard my shit. Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Okay, that's dope. So performing, right? Being from Chicago, moving to Miami. What's the transition like from the music scene here and the music scene in Miami?
Believe it or not, it's pretty similar. I will say that out there, it's a little bit more cohesive in the sense that people work with each other a lot easier. You know, obviously here is like very much like, I'm here, you're here, you're here, you're here. I feel like when the time comes that I do come back to the city, I feel like that's like one of the walls I'm trying to break down. Like, fuck that, you from over there and you from over there, you here. Like, yo, fuck it. You make good music, let's make some shit. You know what I mean?
I fuck with that.
I feel like that's what the city needs.
It does, 100%. And we're getting better at it, though. I will say the city is getting better at it, but we need it, like, 100%. Like, these other town cities, like, you got Atlanta, like you said, Miami, even Memphis, they, like, work together. Even though some of them be beefing, they crews be beefing and shit, they still work together and get money because everybody focus on, like, the main goal, the big goal, versus just like, oh, well, I don't really fuck with y'all because y'all from over here. And then you from over here, y'all into it with something like, it's like, this shit's business, though. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all personal life. It's business. You make good music. Like, let's come together and make something happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, if a motherfucker got an opportunity, then you feel me, like y'all should be able to capitalize on that shit for the betterment of yourselves. Even if you ain't doing it for the other person, do it for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And if doing it for yourself involves you doing with that person, as long as it ain't some shit that's like a flaw situation, run that shit.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
Let's eat. Let's make this shit happen. Let's make it make sense. In the words of my boy Fly, let's make it make sense. So, there is this was called Beat Pass event.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the Beat Pass event.
So Beat Pass was basically a beat maker / producer showcase.
Okay.
Right, so basically we all popped into the studio, probably like 30 people, give or take, and it was basically just like pass the aux. People play a couple beats for a couple seconds and shit, and one of my homies was throwing the event, so popped in there with one of my other guys, and was just there to kind of network, meet some more producers, see what was popping with the studio, so it was a good vibe.
Alright, so are there any producers in Chicago or Miami, well we start with Chicago first, any producers in Chicago that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
Honestly, I'm down to work with anybody. I wouldn't even put like a singular focus on anybody, because at the end of the day, I don't care where the music comes from. Yo, a motherfucker could come in and be like, yo, we gonna make some fucking Japanese traditional fucking music, and I'm gonna be like, let's go. Like,
Come on,
let's go. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. Like, yo, if that shit's a vibe and you passionate about what you're doing, run it.
Yeah.
So anybody.
Alright, so I still gotta ask this question because I ask everybody. So give me your top 5 producers.
Top 5 producers?
In Chicago, and I want to hear your top 5 in Miami.
Damn. Yeah, so
it ain't gotta be in no specific order. This the best. I just want to hear your personal opinion. Top 5 Chi-Town producers in Miami.
Yeah. Top 5 Chicago producers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might have to group them together because like I got homies and shit. You feel me? So that's about as far as it goes.
Okay. Hey, man, if it's just your homies, then it's just your homies. It's your top 5.
You know who Kid Wonder is?
Yes, I've heard of Kid Wonder, yes.
Yeah, shout out my homie Kid Wonder. Me and him used to be back in the studio back in the day. Kid Wonder, he's fire. Edwin Edsel, he's fire. Smoke Benito, he's fire. I'm trying to think who else makes beats out here. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one at 3. That's Chicago, right?
Alright,
we're gonna jump over so I can keep taking over here.
Alright, come on.
Miami, Nico Made It, Matty Millions, Wave 808, I'm trying to think who else we got. Hype Beats and Bubby Black.
Good.
Bunch of fire producers right there. We come back over here. Yeah, we just got a big 3 in Chicago.
Rocking with 3
we got the big 3 in Chicago.
Fuck it. I'll take the big 3. So out of those 8 you named, right?
Okay.
Have you worked with any of them?
All of them.
You've worked with all of them?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I got a song with Kid Wonder. Edwin Edsel, we got multiple songs. Who is the third? Smoke Benito, we have a song. Nico Made It, we got a song. Matty Millions and Wave 808, we've made tracks. I just haven't released them yet. Hype Beats, I've worked with him on the engineering side. I haven't worked with him in regards to like beat wise and shit. Fire engineer as well. And then Bubby Black, me and him actually created Hits Hotel together. So
Hits Hotel, okay. Alright, nice. Alright. So you said Bubby Black was his name?
yeah.
Okay. Alright. So did you say the song you made from Wavy 808 with Wavy 808?
Wave 808? Nah.
You didn't say. You can't say.
Nah, I mean it's not like anything that's released. It was just like some stuff like because we like with them like they're more so on the side of the production. So they be cooking up. Sometimes they send me some stuff. I'll make some stuff. I send it back to them and shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
All right, I'm done. I got you. Okay. All right. So, did you work with TQ at all?
Yeah.
So talk to me about your experience working with TQ. I just seen him in Maya Storm just dropped there, Bonnie and Clyde.
If y'all ain't fucking, I'm fucking
go stream that.
Go play that shit.
Go stream that Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, no, working with TQ was a vibe. You know, tracks came through. You feel me? I just tried to capture the essence as much as I could from what I was hearing. I liked some stuff, I didn't like some stuff. I took the stuff out that I didn't like, and then I amplified the stuff that I did like. Okay. And by the time the end result came back, I mean, shit, everybody was happy. So we did the right thing.
We made some magic. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Maya, you worked with Maya Storm as well too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
and
talk
Maya,
to me.
If you watch this. Oh, that's it. I wasn't gonna say it.
So talk to me about your experience working with Maya.
Oh, Maya's the homie. So first time I met Maya was in Miami, and you know I remember the first time that we had met because she's like, "Yo, you're dope. I'm dope. Let's work." And I was like, "Bet." And she's like, "Bet." And I was like, "Bet." And then, you know, a couple months later, we ended up actually working. But I fuck with Maya. She's definitely, she's hardworking. She's got a dope style. She's definitely got a good head on her shoulders in terms of like, you know, knowing what she's doing. She's got a good team and shit. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I fuck with, like, okay, let me say this. I genuinely will work with people who are serious about what they're doing. Mm-hmm. If you're not serious, you're getting taxed. Yeah. That's what it is.
So to elaborate on that for people that don't understand, like about being serious, what's some things somebody that's serious about their work gotta show you in order for you to feel like, all right, this person's serious, like let's work.
So in essence, like this, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I make music. I bet you releasing your stuff. Nah. Okay, cool. Nah. Look, you need distribution. You need to make sure that you're collecting your royalties. A lot of people don't know you got to be collecting at least 4 different parts of your royalties per your song. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that you're leasing your beats. You got to make sure you're actually getting your track mixed. You got to make sure you're actually. Excuse me. Sorry. You got to make sure that you're actually focused on content. Content is king nowadays, right? You can drop a song, and cool, that's great. You dropped a song. Guess what? Ain't nobody gonna fucking see that shit. 100,000 songs are being released every single day. What makes your song different from the other 100,000 that are coming out? Right. You get what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So if someone's not sitting here and taking that shit serious and understanding that, yo, this is the music business. Yes, you can make music, but if you're not focused on the business, you bullshit.
Whew. Talk to them, dog. Get them people some game. Man. Hey, that's some real game though. And not only did you just talk about like work ethic, but like really being serious about your shit. Because like you say, 100,000 songs a day. Like what makes you different? Like everybody just dropped a song today. 100,000 people just dropped a song. You got a video? Do you have some type of marketing scheme, like shit, like even like you can use like the baby? The man walked around fucking diaper for a long time. Crazy. It was crazy, but it was a great fucking marketing scheme.
Motherfuckers watched it.
Yeah, everybody watched it, because who the fuck is this dude with a big ass diaper on? And now it's like, oh shit, he make music? All right, let's go check him out. But being serious about your work, take that shit serious for sure. Street Mob. Gould Street Mob or Gold Street? Am I saying that right?
Gould Street.
Gould Street. Talk to me a little bit about the Gould Street Mob.
Yeah, so that was the collective that I was with when I first started making music. It was me and my 3 homies. All of our interests aligned. We all made music, and you feel me? We just it made sense for us to kind of just come together as a collective and shit, and you know, maneuver. We did a lot of shit. You know, we threw a lot of events. We did a lot of shows. We were moving shit.
Dope. So that was a Chicago thing?
Yeah, that was it.
So do you like do events and stuff in Miami as well?
Nah. Gould Street was, you know, that's something that we were doing in the past. Gould Street isn't like something that, you know, is actively going on at this point anymore.
Oh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so I do have Melly's Book Nerd, right? Tell me, I know she gave you like some high praises for like helping her start her literal a section of her literal writing. Talk to me a little bit about that.
About Melly's Book Nerd.
The Melly's Book Nerd.
Well, I'll have you know I don't know how to read, so I didn't read any of those books. But I did hear the audiobooks of those books being read, and those books read were recorded by the audio that I listened to. I listened to it well.
Break. Dom, you gotta break that down for me. Oh man, wait, one more time for me. You said you.
Yeah, no. I didn't know where it was going. I was just like winging it from here. I was like, all right, you left me out here. I was like, so Melly's book nerd. Right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's the podcast, or that's. Oh yeah, okay, so I was right. Yeah, okay.
The audiobooks, he said.
I had to confirm.
He said, I read them, I never read them, but I heard them.
So it was accurate. It was
accurate. It was me, I was the confused.
It was like ping pong. It was just bouncing like this. I helped her record that. I've worked with a couple of people who have done audiobooks before. I've recorded for documentaries as well, so I kind of understand like the aspect of like capturing the vocals and that like space. So it's always interesting to record something different than just music. That shit's kind of like exciting for me.
Okay, all right.
So it's cool.
So you got a longer reach. I like that, man. You have a skill, but you don't just use it for one thing. You use it for a variety of things.
Definitely.
And it makes you more money too, because instead of being
money.
instead of being like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing this, I'm like, no, I'm gonna jump over here and see if I can do a little something, even if it ain't too much. I can at least try it, because shit, it might hit. It might hit harder than the other thing.
Hey Marvel, you need an engineer for your next movie?
Hit him up. Hit him. So, I always like to ask people this, right? What's a gem, right? Somebody that's coming up, audio engineer, or even if they want to produce, whatever they want to do. What's a gem that you can give them that they can walk away with and like have? Life gem, if they're up and coming, just give them some game about being up and coming in the music industry, something that they can take and keep with them.
Put your pride to the side, but don't be disrespected. Put your pride to the side in the sense of, at the end of the day, even me, I'm someone who has somewhat of accomplishments. Like, to me, it's still not anything, you know what I mean? But to other people, it may be something. But put your pride to the side, because at the end of the day, it's like, cool, you made it to this summit, but guess what? There's still a whole rest of the mountain you gotta climb. So put your pride to the side. Yeah, you could, I'm the best. Yeah, I got 52 plays. Alright, cool. But then this guy over here got 100. You get what I'm saying? There's always someone that's next on the totem pole. So put your pride to the side. But while putting your pride to the side, don't let nobody disrespect you. You know what I mean? And in the essence of like, be humble, but also understand your worth. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you know that you're taking care of business, and you at least have somewhat of a track record showing you that what you're doing is working, and someone comes in and tries to shit on that, oh no, you got me fucked up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, nah, we ain't gonna do business. Or next time you come back around, I'm about to triple tax your ass. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, if you on the up and coming, I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, when I went on tour, I had to eat shit. Not literally, obviously. You feel me? Like, in the situation of, like, I was a no-name to the A-list motherfuckers. I had to eat shit. But guess what? That got me the opportunity of going on tour with meeting A-list motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, because of that, I got that opportunity. Now, granted, now that I ate shit in that situation, next situation, I ain't eating shit. You got me fucked up. But because I allowed myself to at least open that door. Now that door is open for me. Cool. Now I got that credit. Now I got that accolade. Now I got that knock under like my belt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So be humble, but fucking also at the same time, like, just understand it's continuous work.
Yeah, know your value. That's dope. I like that. We ain't had nothing that deep in a while too. And you broke that shit down. Like,
you got to.
Because you be humble but still stand on that business. Like, don't let nobody play with you. Be humble, but stand on that business. Man, that is dope. So Dom, tell the people, like, you got anything up and coming? Any up and coming shows? Or something that people should be on the lookout for?
Man,
any
look,
projects?
Yeah. Personal music, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't give you no details. But what I can tell you is that if you come out to Miami, you hit my line. Got you. Take care of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, right now, you feel me? Just crafting up work as best as I can, you feel me? I got some shit in the works. I got some fire shit that's coming out, but I don't want to sit here and put a date on it, and then, you feel me? Hey, the day comes, I'm like, yeah, bro, the label's holding me back. I can't drop it.
I can't drop something. Something came up, y'all.
Someone call my label.
Tell them to release the music. Call the label. Tell them to release it. Okay. All right. Well, shit. Tell the people. Let them know where they can follow you at, man, so they can keep up with you and tap in with you. Let them know where they can follow you at.
Yeah. So my main Instagram profile. That's usually where I do majority of everything. Domcee Notes. Everything spelled regular. CEE. Domcee Notes. You can find me like that on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, on fucking Hotmail, on AIM Messenger, on Pigeon Mail, on anything.
That man's everywhere.
You search me up and I'm there.
He say, look me up, you gonna find me. Google me. Tell them to Google me. Alright, man. Well,
you gonna see the work.
And so, before we slide, y'all, I need y'all to like, share, sub, follow, hit the bell, man, so y'all know when we go live. Most importantly, do not forget, y'all know what y'all gotta do. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend. So pull up. It's the lot. Season 2. Peace.
Because if you don't, we're gonna find you.
I think Big G made this beat.